John over here, and now making this video, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Please subscribe if you're new, give me a like on the video if you can. Comments below, I answer everyone. Let's go for the video because I'm not even disappointed. To be honest, I'm not even disappointed. I'm not even gonna lie over here, but I was already expecting for kind of like a result like that. I didn't give a score, but I wasn't gonna be disappointed if we lost because it's the same thing. I said it. Against Brighton, same thing. Against Burnley at Turf Moor, the same thing. Against Olympiacos home, against Olympiacos away, it's the same thing. Crystal Palace away, Bournemouth away, all those games is the same. Slow motion. It's boring. Honestly, I can't even lie, but after 38 minutes in the first half, I slept. And I woke up at the 43rd minute because honestly, I cannot watch that. It was so slow and boring that I cannot stay. I tried to stay awake, but I just couldn't. I remember last week, I made this video. We beat Liverpool, we got 3 points. We beat the champions, we got 3 points. If we had beaten Norwich, that would have been 3 points. It's just 3 points. Not because you win the champion, not because they're gonna make 100 points. That doesn't matter. They already won the league. If we play Liverpool 1,000 times, let's say we play Liverpool 1,000 times, we beat Liverpool because of their mistakes. And I get that we pressed, I get all that, but yeah, we beat Liverpool because of their mistakes. If we play Liverpool 1,000 times, Van Dijk and Alisson are gonna fuck up on the back one time out of 1,000 times. And that one time was the game we played last week. So we are very lucky. What was our plan against Liverpool? Stay deep, and that's it. That's it. There was no creativity. There was no transition from attack to defense. There was no intensity. There was not trying to hurt the opponent. And everything is set there. We did it against Man City, which I really liked. I gave Arteta 10 out of 10 against Man City. But against Liverpool, I even forgot what I gave Arteta, if I gave Arteta a rating. But it was bad. And as I said, in terms of long term, if we keep playing like that, and it's going to be different, I get that. If we play Liverpool, we're going to play it this way, and if we play weaker teams, we're going to play another way. Yes, this is what I'm trying to say. Long term, I'm talking about performances in general. If we keep playing the same way we are playing against those teams, I'm sorry, but Arteta's going to get sacked. He's just going to get sacked. And gradually, there are going to be more and more people who are going to want Arteta out. Just wait for next season. People are talking a lot about the players, but this right now that is happening, we are playing weaker teams than us. Stop making this excuse that our team is weak. At the beginning of the season, you were the ones saying that we were going to make the top 4. Because most of the Arsenal fans were saying we were going to fight for top 4 with Manchester United and Tottenham. So we could have made top 3 as well. And Chelsea supposedly was going to make mid-table. I am a man, I can say that. I also said that. I said that Chelsea was going to struggle this season. And Arsenal was going to fight for top 4. But I can admit it. I can admit it. Which means we have the players. We do have the players. Unai Emery last season had a worse team than this team. I don't know what happened to Unai Emery. I think he just lost the dressing room. I think he just lost it. Because you could really see the players were not playing for him. Then he ended up getting sacked. And Mikel Arteta came. I don't want Arteta out. I'm going to give the guy time. But if he keeps playing like that, and if he gets his players, look, I defend this point that this is not about getting players. This is about training. What are we doing in training? Because honestly, this guy was with Guardiola for 3.5 years. Yeah, 3.5 years. Guardiola, quick football, quick transition, and with Arteta is the total opposite. Arteta said he was going to come here and play entertaining football. If that's entertaining football, I'm so sorry. And they might talk about, oh, we don't care about performances, we care about results. Bro, honestly, at the beginning of the season, after around 6 games, when we played a Bournemouth at home at Emirates, where we won 1-0 with a goal from David Luiz in the corner, a lot of people, including me, said this team is going to drop. This team is going to drop because the way we were playing, we were going to drop. You could just see by the performances. And then we lose to Sheffield on the next game, if I'm not wrong, and we just start dropping. And we are where we are right now. This is clear. Performances are basically the result of what's going to happen in the long term. And this is happening right now. Look at the games we played. And I said it, I give Arteta time. But I don't think the players, if players come here, don't matter who comes. If Coutinho comes, if Partey comes, it's going to improve, but it's not going to change because it's a style of play. You learn everything that, transition, counterattacks. You do that in training. It's basics. When Watford played Liverpool and they won 3-0, They were not playing 50-50 against them. I'm not talking about overplaying these types of teams, Liverpool, the City. I'm talking about having a plan for the game, because if you see deep and you try to sustain a team that is so good going forward, if we have a defense that is safe, a Mourinho type of defense, a coach like Mourinho, a guy like Simeone, I'm not gonna have a problem with that. I'm not gonna have a problem. But we're Arsenal, man. That defense is going to crack. It's going to crack. It might crack at any moment. Let me ask you a question. Do you genuinely trust this defense? Do you trust Mustafi playing there? I actually rate both of them more than a lot of people, but I don't trust them. Not because I rate him more than a lot of people, it means I trust them. This is about style. This is not about the players who are going to come. Arteta is a cautious manager. You can clearly see that. Arteta prefers getting a draw, getting 1 point, then try to go for a win because he's scared of a loss. He clearly showed it against Leicester. He subs Aubameyang for Maitland-Niles. He subs Saka for Pepe. And yeah, I get it. It's right wing for right wing. Although Saka is a left winger, but he was playing right wing if I'm not wrong. Yeah, he was playing right wing in that game. Bro, why don't you sub a guy who's absolutely useless like Kolasinac, and then you put Pepe and you got more offense, and then Tottenham actually can look something where they can change, because Arsenal is coming with one more forward. We got to do something to change that. They're going to have to do something. It's going to make an impact on the game. And Arteta is just so cautious that it's nothing to do with what Guardiola shows. It's nothing to do with what he said he was going to show over here. And people, this game today is just a reflection of what I've been talking about. Let's go for the play ratings, people. Martinez, I give him a straight 6. It was not a fault for the goal. He was decent. He had a great save in the second half as well. David Luiz, I give him a... What do I give him? I'm going to give him a 5. Holding, I'm also going to give him a 5. Kolasinac, I'm going to give him a 4. Or maybe a 3. And the interesting thing is that Xhaka and Ceballos start on the first half. And then when David Luiz gets subbed, Ceballos is the guy who's going to drop. And he's going to play defense. He's going to try to play out of the back. Holding is good with playing out of the back, but he cannot break lines. And this is something David Luiz can. Kolasinac is a donkey. Everybody knows that. Ceballos was playing on the right. Holding was playing on the middle, if I'm not wrong, and then Kolasinac was playing on the left side. Cedric was playing on the right side, and I think he was absolutely trash on this game. Not only because of the goal, I don't even think the goal is a big foul for him, but honestly, the game overall, Grealish had that guy on toes, to be honest. Grealish was ripping him apart. Cedric, bro, I'm gonna give Cedric a 3 in my opinion. I just think he was pretty bad. Torreira, I'm gonna give this guy a 3. Don't rate him. I think he's average in my opinion. See a lot of people saying he's going to be our next Kante. Guy's already 24. Kante at 25, 26 was already one of the best DMs in the whole league. Torreira is nowhere near that. He's never going to be. The guy has no stamina. That guy's weak. That guy at tackling, he's okay. Nothing more than that. He has no stamina at all. Bro, honestly, I think he's an average footballer. And I think Ceballos recently is doing more defensive work than Torreira when he plays. Like, yeah, he come from an injury. But since Torreira came here, he had 3 good months until December and Christmas. And he could never keep that form. Never, at least in my opinion. That guy, I would not miss him if he left at all. If we got Ceballos for Torreira, and if we get another midfielder, and then center attacking mid, bro, Torreira is not going to play here, because Torreira can't even start on this midfield. And don't get me wrong, I know, he came back from an injury, but even if Torreira is fit, he's not going to start on this midfield. And we have Xhaka and Ceballos. Ceballos, I give him, bro, he was trying to make things happen, I get that. And I don't think it was his best game, but I'm going to give him 5 or 6. What should I get? I'm going to give him a 6. I want to be generous here. Bukayo Saka. Oh, I think Bukayo Saka was pretty bad today, honestly. He had that miss on the first half, and he was not making things happen, to be honest, which is something he does a lot. I give Saka a 3, man. I could give him a 2, but the fact that he's 18, I'm going to give him a 3, bro. I think he's brilliant, but today was not his day at all. Aubameyang. I'll give Aubameyang a 1. I thought it was one of those games. Ghosted. Doesn't do anything other than scoring a goal. And I get that. He's still playing as a 9. Don't get me wrong. He's a left wing forward. Which means, like I said, it's going to drop. And Aubameyang is going to play basically as a 9. And Saka is basically going to go up. So we still got a left winger. Then Aubameyang goes up. But honestly, I'd rather just put Saka on the left side. Aubameyang in the middle. And then Pepe on the right side. But Aubameyang, I give him a 1. It's like I said before, I would sell Aubameyang and Lacazette in my opinion. I would get Depay with Aubameyang replacement. I know Depay does not score as many goals as Aubameyang, and there's some people who might not rate Depay. Depay's at 1 year left on his deal at Lyon. The thing with Depay, he's not going to score. Forget about assists. Depay is not going to score the same amount of goals as Aubameyang, but Depay is going to be a consequence of a goal. This is what I'm trying to say here. For example, when you get players like Saint-Maximin, he's not going to score a lot of goals. He's not getting a lot of assists, but he's going to be the consequence of a goal for a team, which means necessarily he's not going to be the guy with the final touch, with the final ball, or with the final shot. You don't need that. You got stats have their place, but they have a lot of limitations. So you cannot rate a player by stats. When I look at Saint-Maximin playing, of course he doesn't got the end product, but he makes an impact on the whole game. And this is what I'm talking about. When you make an impact on the whole game, you might not score or get an assist, but the goal is going to be a consequence a lot about you and about that player. But I would get Memphis Depay. Honestly, I think he's a very, very good player in my opinion. Right side, Eddie Nketiah, 1. Absolutely atrocious on the game in my opinion. I'll just say that. Willa came in, I'm not gonna mark him. Xhaka came in, I'm gonna give Xhaka a 6. I think it was much better than Torreira when he came on. Distributing, even probably defensively he was still doing better than Torreira, honestly. I just think he did. Xhaka, I would give him a 6. Who else came on? Tierney, I give Tierney a 5. I give Pepe a 5. Too slow. Everything I saw him at Lille, honestly, I just don't see it here. I'm not saying Pepe's a flop, not at all. But honestly, Pepe's been here for a long time. He's not playing consistently, I get that. But bro, honestly, as I said before, he might have the stats, but he's not doing enough in the whole 90 minute, in my opinion. We pay 72 million guy, and we cannot afford this guy not to be the one who's gonna take us to the next level. I think he might do it next season, but I would say there's a 60% chance of yes and a 40% chance of a no, which is still big. Mikel Emery, I'm gonna give that guy a 4. The reason I give him a 4 because I actually like the subs. I like Torreira for Xhaka right after 45 minutes. He saw Torreira was, and then he put Xhaka, who's doing better in my opinion. Subs David Luiz. I think he's decent for what we have in my opinion. But then he puts Pepe, and I rate that because he's trying to go forward. He's trying to attack. He did what he could over there, so I rate him for that. But overall, it's the same bullshit. It's slow motion football. Who else came on? Willock. I'm alright with that, honestly. I don't know. A lot of people are on his case, but yeah, people. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, thank you so much. John over here. Don't get carried away. Thank you.